Welcome back to the Black Lane Podcast. My name is Dom, and we have a special guest coming back to us today. So, guest, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what's new going on with you?
Yes, thank you, Devron. I appreciate that. My name is Ketohn. I am a business promotion specialist. I'm also a business elevation specialist. And today I'm going to be talking about group economics.
And what is economics, and what does consist of?
So, group economics is when a group of people collectively have the same economic focus. So they spend their time investing their money and their dollars back into that focus and back into each other's communities. And so previously in our podcast, I talked about the importance of really supporting your support systems. But today I wanted to go a little bit deeper because we're talking about Boss Babe Blog. You can kind of see from my t-shirt, but that's the brand that I'm wearing, bossbabeblog.com, where I own a small business directory and I focus on promoting small businesses and I focus on rewarding small business shoppers. So I wanted to talk about group economics because I think that sometimes it's important to remember that all of the big businesses were all small businesses at one point, and their community were the people who supported and invested back into their brands that made them big today. Before those big name brands were, designer brands, there was someone in that community who saw the value in it and decided, I'm going to go shop with them. I'm going to share these logos with my friends. And then it became a trend. So a lot of times we tend to, I guess, dismiss people when they're not at that high, when they're not up there with those designer brands yet. But it's important to remember that in order for them to get there, we have to invest in our communities and we have to learn about the people that are in our backyards. So I talk about this topic because one of the really cool things that I love about my business directory is that a lot of the shoppers shop with, a lot of the business owners are also shoppers, because a business owner doesn't mean that they don't shop. Sometimes people forget that. So they assume, okay, my target audience is shoppers. That means I can't be around too many business owners, but that's not true. If you sell clothing, business owners wear clothes, you know? So, you can still sell your products to people who are not selling those specific products. So if you're a business owner and you sell shoes and you don't sell jewelry and you don't sell apparel, you can find another business owner that sells jewelry and apparel and you can shop with them. And by doing that, you're circulating your dollars within the small business community. And that is something that is already happening at our business directory. I'm finding that brands who, sell travel are now shopping with other brands that sell apparel, or they're partnering with each other and they're creating collaboration. So not only are they shopping and investing in them and circulating their dollars, but they're also partnering with these business owners to circulate more dollars and bring more exposure. So it's a really powerful movement. And that's why I wanted to talk about the importance of that group economics.
That's great to hear. And what made you want to start that, besides circulating the dollars and helping other brands shop with other small businesses?
Well, I also understood that there was a need when I started to really get feedback from my shoppers in my other small business. I understood that there was a need for verification before purchasing. A lot of people want to shop with small businesses and they want to support small businesses. But the problem is that they don't trust because they've been burned before. Like maybe they saw a website that looked cute and it seemed like it was legitimate and they purchased an item and then they never got that item back, or they never received the item, or maybe they had a terrible experience. And so that alone makes them a little bit weary about, should I shop with this business? And are they really going to take care of me? And if I'm unhappy, are they going to assist me? Or are they just going to treat me like it's not a big deal? And so that verification process is missing with a lot of small business owners because they're just starting, or maybe they are not just starting and they're already established, but they're just not exposed to an audience of people who are actively and aggressively looking for them. So I wanted to create a solution for small business shoppers, whereas they could come to a directory full of amazing small business owners who are serious about providing a great experience for them. So when you're going to bossbabeblog.com and you're scrolling through the website and you're looking through these brands, You know that it's not going to be a brand that you're going to buy something and then tomorrow they're just going to be disappearing. And, you never get your products. It's not going to be someone who's going to treat you crazy or not give you that assistance. And we're all about customer service and making sure that everyone has an awesome experience. Everyone's here to deliver a service because it's their passion, it's their calling. So that is another reason why I created this business directory.
And your ultimate goal for this business directory would be what exactly?
My ultimate goal for this business directory is basically to connect the audience with more people. It's ultimate exposure. That's been my goal. And right now I've been focusing, previously I was talking about creating a blog. And so right now I'm excited to say that we've almost reached 1K views on our blog for Boss Babe blog. So it's really just exposure, exposure, exposure. And eventually I would love to travel to the states of my clients and interview them in their hometown and in their element. That's one of my goals. So I'll be starting with Texas, obviously, and then I'll work my way out to Oklahoma and places that are a little bit closer. But all of those awesome brands that are featured in my business directory, I want to go and travel to their place of work. So if they're making skincare, I want to be able to watch them make that skincare and interview them while they're doing it. And then further on down the line, I would love to have a huge event where I can invite all of the members of the business directory to come and join me so we can celebrate each other, dance, and have a great time. So really, it's just about continuing to connect and expanding the audience's view of these brands. So that's my ultimate goal, to be able to travel outside of my operating state and get to know these brands even more.
That's cool. And where can the audience either sign up for the business directory or shop with some of the business owner at the business directory?
Well, thank you for asking. They can go straight to bossbabeblog.com. And on the homepage, it has a list of all of our services, including shopping services. So if you are wanting to shop with the business directory, if you want to learn about our free interview opportunities, if you want to learn about how you can be featured in the business directory, if you'd like to learn about how you can be featured in our podcast, all this information can be found on our homepage and on our services page as well.
Well, thank you for coming back and allowing me to interview you again. It was a pleasure.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.